How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Ranked Report. So, this week on The Ranked Report, I'm using a team that I'm very familiar with, and that is because I made it. For the first time in a while, I'm using a team on this channel that I myself built. I don't think I've used this team on the channel before. I was kind of thinking this week, I'm still not in Master tier, so I've just not been laddering at all since the start of the month, which I imagine will change now that the World Cup's over. I'm going to start streaming again a bit more consistently. But I figured, you know what, I'm just going to get myself out of Ultra Ball tier. I want to get to Master Ball, and the best way to do that is with a team I'm good with, and a team that I know is effective. So I'm using this team. Like I said, I don't think I've featured this on my stream, on my channel before. Yeah, it's kind of a variant of a team that I used for my first regional in Liverpool. Got top 16 there, made some edits to it since. Changed P2 to Mimikyu, switched some items around, that kind of stuff. But yeah, the basic principle is it's kind of a hard Trick Room team almost, with Cataracts and Mimikyu and Amoonguss and that lot. Palkia, it's kind of a standard-ish hard Trick Room mode, but the twist here is my Palkia has a whole bunch of speed investment, which means that with like Regieleki, Palkia as a lead, you can Electrode to outspeed Calyrex's turn 1 and one-shot them, that kind of stuff. It's a bit of a twist on a classic, and obviously you've got the like weakness policy mode with Mimikyu with the side Shadow Sneak, Amoonguss for general utility, Incineroar is Incineroar. It's all in all not a wild team, but I think it's enough of a twist on the standard kind of Palkia Cali-Ice team that, you know, it seems worth featuring on the channel. It's a team that I built, I enjoyed, and you can use as well. Feel free to grab the rental code. Yeah, I guess let's just jump into some battles with it. Okay, our first opponent of today is running a very interesting team, actually. Ooh, maybe I should use Cradily on the channel at some point. I don't know why, I just love Cradily as a Pokemon. I know it's not very good, but it's just fun. Also, isn't this just like a series, whatever the heck it was, team? Series 8? One restricted. I don't know. Dude, Cradely's so fun. I should use a Cradily team at some point just for kicks. Right, what's the lead here then? I mean, Calyrex goes kind of hard into this. The one problem is obviously the Arcanine. I could go Palkia just to try and bait the Cradily stuff. Regieleki, I don't think ever comes to this one. It kind of sucks here. I also kind of like Mimikyu into a potential Venu. I should just go Mini Incin. I think makes sense here. Standard for. I don't think Amoonguss is that useful into double grass types, triple grass types even. I can't count. Yeah, I think Incin Mini Palkia Calyrex makes the most sense here. It's kind of one of the most standard modes with this team. Generally, Incin Mimikyu or Amoonguss Mimikyu, one of the two, is a pretty guaranteed Trick Room setup if you want to go for a hard Trick Room route. You don't always have to do that. You don't even always have to set Trick Room with this team. Like I said, it's got a fast mode with Palkia, which is also a good lead. But generally, like Mimikyu Incin, Amoonguss Mimikyu will be the Trick Room leads, and then you get like Palkia Relecki or Palkia Incin, Palkia Amoonguss, something like that, for your kind of faster leads. It's one of those teams where you will generally bring both restricteds. There are exceptions, obviously, depending on the matchup, but I think more than many teams, you will bring both restricteds to most games with this. Okay, we've got Mimikyu and Wims from my opponent. That's a really passive lead from my opponent. So I think I might just want to... Can I just go on the offensive here? What I kind of want to do here is just parting shot with my Incin and taunt their Mimikyu. Oh, unless they're taunt Wims. So basically, I want to get into a position where I can start abusing my Calyrex. But I need the Mimikyu to be taunted for that to happen. I kind of fake out to stop their taunt, honestly. Okay, I fake out off. Bonk. It could be Mental Herbal Mimikyu, which would be a little bit annoying, but Magic Room. Oh, it turns off items. I don't know why you're so keen on turning off items in this situation. Like, that feels not very beneficial for you. in my opinion. But okay, this turn I'm just going to go for a Shadow Sneak into this guy. Yeah, I think that's the best move here. I'm just going to switch my instant into... Parting Shot's better. Well, they could also have their own Taunt. Oh, no, but then Iniki's Taunt is. They can't taunt me with that. They can't taunt me with the Whims. So I'm just going to go for, I guess, passing for the Winds. I think it really makes much difference. They sneak to break my disguise, which makes sense. And they probably just go for like an attack with Whims, but I sneak to also break their disguise. Never mind, they Memento me into Mimikyu. I think I'm fine with that, right? I guess they can't Memento into Incin because of Dark type and Prankster and stuff. But I'll break the thing. Who did I bring in here? I don't know who you bring in here. I mean, that Memento does nothing. Like, you just blown up your Mimikyu. Your Whimsicott for zero purpose. Maybe a Trick Room would have been nice there for the Calyrex setup, but eh. We'll see how this goes. If it's Cradily Groudon back end, then Calyrex goes crazy, and if it's not Cradily Groudon, then I think Palkia kind of just destroys everything, right? Let's see what we see. It is Groudon. Can I just swing for the fences here? I feel like we can just set TR, right? And Lance? I think makes sense here. Mimikyu's not really threatening me. Clear off. Big damage. Bulk up. That's a little bit scary, but also not that scary because now my Calyrex just wins. Okay. Glacial Lance. We'll do a squillion damage. Okay, 1 squillion damage done. TR goes up. Now I can go for my side sneak. And I can go for another Glacial Lance. Groudon might live this hit. It's hard to tell the ranges here, especially if they have like an Arcanine in the back instead of the Mimikyu. But this is still like such ridiculously good damage that I don't think it really makes much difference. So I can just blitz the Groudon next turn. Or just Will-O-Wisp it if I need to. Just stall it out basically. Now I've got a max. So like I said, they might live, but they're not going to enjoy it regardless. And I've still got my max in the back, and it'll be down to a 3v2, so they won't be able to switch out and Intimidates or anything like that. Maybe you'll be able to set and unset Trick Room as it pleases. We get the side sneak. Big damage, thanks for Mementoing my Mimikyu. Oh wait, Magic Room's up. I'm so stupid. I just completely forgot about Magic Room as a concept. My policy doesn't work. Oops. I forgot about that. Okay, well I lose my Calyrex here, I think. Yeah, to a Flare, I'm dead. Plus 1 Groudon. There's no way I live that, yeah. Yeah, definitely not a crit. I don't think the crit mattered there, but I completely forgot about the Magic Room. A forgivable mistake, I think. I'm just going to go Palkia here. I think this is big Palkia time. Is it? Yeah, just Cradily there. Maybe it in fact wasn't big Palkia time. I think it's still fine. I can just switch to my instant, get Intimidate down, and then I can go for a... I think Quake is my best bet into Groudon here, because it will pick up from this range. Well, yeah, it'll still pick up after a max Quake boost, there's no way. See, I can grab a Quake boost off this, and then I get a couple of Quake boosts up in front of a Cradily that can't really do much. I probably could have brought Intin in on that slot to go for like Parting Shot and Unset Trick Room as an option. Or I could have maxed my Calyrex on the previous turn, also would have worked. Just to clear up the Groudon. But I did neither of those things, so... Oops. Okay. Ground's in neutral now, so it's not doing too much damage, I don't think. Palkia should clear it out, and if it doesn't, then I can always just hit it with the Foilers next turn to get the lost dregs. Sub. Okay. I mean, that's fine. There you go for Quake. I don't have a Shuka Berry here, so this could actually be kind of bad. Okay, no, they did go into Palkia. Yeah, Magic Room gets rid of my Shuka Berry, which is a little bit annoying. How many more turns are on Magic Room? It must be done now, right? I've not been counting, but it feels done. Bonk. Yeah, pick up, and we get a Quake boost. I think that's game over. I don't see how my opponent comes back from this one. Yeah, no more Magic Room. I want to say 2 more turns of TR. I'd guess. Yeah, okay. Instin's not going to be dead to an anything from this. I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to do Wormwood. Instant will break sub. Well, I mean, I guess they could crit me. I don't think Meteor Beam kills here without a crit, though. Or I just dodge, that also works. Would Meteor Beam from Cradle have killed? Because it's effectively like a neutral hit. They'd be at +1 from the Meteor Beam, and then I'm at +1 because of the Quake boost. Whirlwind, does that pick up from here? Not quite, but yeah. I mean, that's game. It's a Cradle, for God's sake. So I guess Quake technically would have been more optimal there, but I will. Yeah, that's game. Like, even if I don't miss there, I break the sub, I Wormwind again, and then I hit it with like an Earth Power or something, and it's dead. I could taunt it with Mimikyu to stop it from going for more. Energy Ball does 0, yeah. Goodbye, Cradley. Yeah, I will say I don't think that miss really mattered. Cradley's not a particularly strong Pokemon. Okay. I did completely forget about Magic Room in that game, because Magic Room is not a thing that I ever really see or have to play around. So that almost cost me. I maybe could have played that a little bit better if I'd known. Like I said, I could have maxed my Calyrex, for example, just to clear out the Groudon, or I could have gone for like a Protect and tried to burn the Groudon. Things to that effect. Dude, just switched it instant. Probably would have saved me from the Max Flare. Would it? A neutral Max Flare from Groudon? I think I'd live that. Calyrex is stupid bulky. Like, it has no right to be as bulky as it is. Let's have a look. Calyrex, ice. So, Groudon. So Groudon would have been at neutral because of the Intimidate. So Max Flare, kind of Heat Crash, I guess. We don't have Heat Crash here. We'll call it Fire Punch. Would have done. Okay, so it could have killed. It was a roll. Anyway, what the heck? I'm playing some weird teams today. Dull Steel, Galarian Zapdos, Raichu, Tornadus, and Rilla. This team wants to go fast. It wants to go very fast, in fact. Can I just Mimi Amoonguss? Mimi Amoonguss feels pretty safe, right? Just for getting TR up. I could go maybe Insim, potentially, as well. Problem with that is that they lead Zapdos plus something else. I could be in trouble, because they can just boost up. I think I'll kind of throw Amoonguss here, honestly. And then definitely Calyrex, and I think Palkia is probably the play here. I just need to get around their fast mode. What if it's like Goals Tornadoes with Taunt? That feels unlikely, right? Goggles Taunt Tornadoes? I don't think you bring Zapdos to this, do you? I don't think my opponent brings Zapdos to this. I'm going to lead Incin. Max Palkia. Yeah. I guess they could potentially lead Dialga into this. But then they're forced to max Dialga and just fake out the partner, which is normally fine. Generally, there is not a problem with that move. Dialgazation, that's fine. They give me Incin, yeah. Sorry, I give me Incin, is what I meant to say. They can KO my Incin on turn... Well, I do have a Sugar Berry, so maybe not. But, like, they threaten a lot of damage onto my Incin turn 1. But that's fine, because even if they kill... Well, actually, it's better if they kill my Incin, because I get my Calyrex in for free. But as long as I get my Calyrex in the next 2 turns, I'm kind of chilling here. I'm just going to fake out the Zacian. I can fake out the Zacian, yep. No max from Dialga. Oh, they also Trick Root me. That'd be interesting. No, they just Flash Cannon, okay. That's fine. And Zacian's going to go ahead and flinch. We do see a Life Orb on Dialga. And I get my TR up. Okay. So I can parting off the Dialga here and maybe just burn the Zacian. Does Zacian stay in? Nothing really wants to get burned here. I think I do actually just want to go for a woulda. They could protect, I guess, but they either hit my Mimikyu or they give me a free switch into my Palkia or my Calyrex. Who do I switch into here, actually? There's no way they Steel Spike my Incin, right? They're insane if they Steel Spike my Incin. Another option I had there was just a hard switch into my Calyrex and Side Sneak. But the risk with that is that if I don't get my parting shot off on... They do protect, but if I do that, I don't get my parting shot off on Dialga, which is a very handy thing to have. I think they have a number of options here, but none of them are going to be... none of them are going to be Steel Spike into Incin, I don't think. So I'm going to go into the Calyrex here. Okay, I will lift into protect, yep. And then we see a Steel Spike. I'm guessing this is into Mimikyu. Yeah. That's fine. That is fine. So now what I can do is I can go for Incin. There's no sort of Zacian doesn't switch here, right? Zacian's got to switch. Zacian has to switch? It feels. Who's in the back? Probably like Rillaboom and... So I don't know who else is in the back, actually. Yeah, Zacian's under so much pressure here. There's no way this thing doesn't switch. So I'm going to Hailstorm that slot. As weird as it looks. I'm going to Parting Shot off the Dialga. And I'm going to... I could also just protect Calyrex to get my... No, I'm going to go for a Hailstorm into the Zacian. I'm just trying to pick up a KO on the switch out. Yep. Torn. Okay, perfect. So I don't fall for the Quake bait. It's kind of obvious to try and bait that, so it's not too difficult to play around, honestly. There may well be Sash here, which means I won't get my my tasty boost from Chilling Day, but I get my Hailstorm. Hits my Tornadus, he is dead. Okay, no sash. That's really good for me. So now I get my beast, not beast boost, Chilling Day boost. One goes down, and instant pivots again to -2 with you. This is one successfully neutralized Dialga, unless it crits my Calyrex with a max steel spike, in which case I will cry. Okay, they won't win, so I'm guessing that's into... Yeah, let's do a chunk. Palkia does just about live. But I'm probably going to Hail here, which isn't great. Okay, I kind of want to move this to get another Trick Room up, and I'm trying to figure out what the best way of doing that is. Palkia will live this turn, yep. You can Raichu. Okay, so that's pretty fake out. I can kill the Raichu this turn. I've got a pretty free Max Quake into that slot. This is the last turn of TR, right? 2 more turns. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch my Incin in on this turn with the plan to switch it back out into Palkia next turn to sacrifice the Palkia. And the reason I'm doing that, as weird as it seems, is so that I can get my Incin in a position where I can fake out the Zacian on the first turn my Calyrex is outside of max. Palkia Switch is out. I mean, they can't kill Incin here. Like a -2 Wormwood won't kill it. Quake won't kill it through Sugar. Or actually, it wouldn't kill it without Sugar, but... Helping out. Ooh. Hold. That says that you're not going for a hit into the Palkia, right? You're not helping out something on 3 HP. Raichu's probably Sash. Yeah, Raichu is the Sash. So I don't get my boost off that one, but again, that's kind of fine. And they go for a Wormwood. Okay. Getting into Calyrex. Big damage. Calyrex is at -1 now, which is a little bit annoying, but Raichu is down. So now Dialga's stuck at -2, which is big. Zacian comes in here. And so I go for Max Guard. Trick Room ends this turn. I believe. Oh, I've still got another turn of Trick Room. Oh. I miscounted my Trick Room turns. So I've used 2 turns of Max, I've got 1 more turn of Trick Room. How do I use this? I am at -1 here. Thing is, though, I feel like they protect here, right? With Zacian. So I still think my safest play here is just to go into Palkia and Max Guard. This covers them being aggro, it covers them not being aggro. Like I said, next turn it gives me another Intimidate, it gives me the option to fake out the Zacian next turn and set another Trick Room up, which Dialga can't really do anything about. Unless it like crits me with a Flash Cannon, but then it risks just giving me a Policy Boost and then I win. Dialga protects. This is probably double protect. Yeah. Okay, that was double protect, but again, it's one of those situations where I don't think it was necessarily worth playing around it. Because, like, okay, I could have got a bit of damage and another Quake boost, but I think unless my opponent gets a stroke of luck here, that's not really going to matter. TR's down, Instant comes in. And the reason I went for a hard switch rather than a parting shot there is because if they do go for the double protect, then I am stuck in a position with my instant on the field, which is not very useful. So now this turn I go Fake Out Dization, and I set Trick Room. And, ooh, my battery's on here. 1 second. Fake Out. Yeah, there's no reason to protect Dization there. I mean, what I'm doing is very obvious, and they want to just conserve and protect. They Flash Cannon, hoping for a crit, but they just prop my policy. Which is fine by me. Dialga takes Life Orb Chip, and TL goes up. Okay, I win here barring like exactly a crit on this turn from Dialga into my Calyrex. If they protect anyone, they protect Zacian here, right? How much damage do I do with this? You're at +1. I think you're pretty dead to hell after this turn anyway. So I don't think it necessarily matters. I'm basically considering doubling into Dialga this turn just to get around that crit if I'm hard reading a protect on Zacian. But if Zacian doesn't protect and Dialga does, then I just lose. And I think I'm content to take the odds that I just do this. Okay, yeah, they don't protect there, so good thing I went for the safer play. Oh, that just kills Dialga? Wow. Okay, I was not expecting that from -1. Okay, well, in which case that's always the play to go for. Alright, GG's. That's 2-0 with this team so far. Yeah, so the key part of that game is basically manoeuvring into a position where I can get another Trick Room up. And then I get Incineroar Calyrex in under Trick Room, and my opponent's under a great deal of threat there. Cool. So yeah, good start with this team. Good to play with something I'm familiar with. Yeah, if you do want to try this team yourself, then yeah, one thing to bear in mind is if you're going for the hard Trick Room mode, how do you get a second Trick Room? Because so often with Trick Room teams, I see people who'll get their first Trick Room up, and they won't quite get themselves over the line at the end of the first Trick Room, and then they'll lose, because they won't have any momentum. So as you're coming to the end of your first Trick Room, you always want to be thinking ahead to, okay, how do I get into a position to set the next Trick Room up? Which in my case here was making sure that on the turn that Calyrex was out of Dynamax and the turn that Trick Room ended, I get my Incineroar onto the field with Fake Out active, so I can Fake Out the Zacian, and then I can Trick Room, right? So stuff like that you need to consider. And again, if you're bringing Amoonguss to a match, then you have to consider, like, okay, do I need to position so that I can get Amoonguss safely onto the field after Trick Room expires, so that I can go for a Rage Pattern or a Trick Room again, for example. Yeah, that's going to be it for the first episode with this team. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the content, please do leave a like on the video. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. Go follow me on Twitch as well. Link to that is in the description. Now that the World Cup of Pokemon is over, I will actually be streaming a lot more. If not this week, then next week, because Worlds. I will be at Worlds all weekend. I don't know how much I'll stream. But next week, definitely next week, if not this week. So go follow me on Twitch, because I will actually stream things. And by things I mean VGC. Yeah, that's all for me for this time. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.